good with me calling you Pesto? Because I love that
I'm
nickname,
good.
and it's
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah, bro.
all right,
Hell
all
yeah,
right, all
bro.
right. Cool, cool,
It's
cool, cool.
weird because it's a nickname that like authentically several people just randomly started calling me without like conferring with each other. It just kind of happened just throughout the country, bro.
You were like, all right, I guess I'll be fucking Sauce.
Yeah, dude, I was about it right away,
Hey,
man. Like
he's the
I know, I
he's
love
the
it. I love it.
motherfucking sauce, son. He's the fucking
hell
sauce.
yeah, dude.
I, I got the sauce. I
I
got the
fucking
sauce.
love pesto sauce shit too. That
I
shit's
like that
delicious.
shit.
So I
Yeah,
was
hundred
like,
percent. Yeah, yeah,
all right,
yeah,
it could have been something fucking ass. So I was
yeah.
all
It could
about
be
it as
right,
soon as
right. It could have been like,
Yeah, it
I
could have
don't
been
know. I don't know what sauce
like
that people don't like.
yeah, it could have been like they could have called you Lentz.
I don't
yeah,
even know what
yeah,
that
I
is.
would've-
See, yeah, they could have called you
it's
that.
the back
They could
half
have
of the
called you that.
name, bro. Lint. Yeah, oh, that's not good. The shit you find in your laundry, bro.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna bounce from that topic. Oh,
Oh, that was dope. I like that.
yeah,
That was
it's all
dope.
right, it's all right, it's all right. It's cool, it's cool, it's all right. So, yeah. So, what should we do? Should we introduce it? But at some point, we got to cut all of the shit we just said, and at some point,
Yeah,
introduce
so
it and go.
let's introduce and start right now.
Okay, welcome to CyphaDen podcast, CyphaDen Music presenting Pick Apart the Flick. And this is
Yeah.
where we all watch the same movies and know the same topics, and we have fun just picking them apart. Man, it's your CyphaDen Music crew. We here with Rambunxious, myself, Taiyamo Denku, of course,
Yep.
on the boards over there, on the logo that was fire. My man Pesto over here, the newest member to CyphaDen with DJ Toxic.
Salute, y'all.
It's gonna be fun,
Hell
man.
yeah.
So the two movies that we're doing, let's get it out in the open, right? The two movies that we're doing is Teen Wolf, the movie, which is the newest Teen Wolf, not Teen Wolf 2 or not Teen Wolf from the 80s with Michael J. Fox.
The new one.
This is a very new version, and we'll speak on that. We're also going to speak on The Jerk, classic Steve Martin movie. And courtesy of Pesto, we have more Steve Martin movies coming. The Jerk, that was classic, that we decided to do a new movie and then a classic movie. We also have a conversation that we're going to let you in on later. We're not going to talk about that yet. We'll let that be a surprise. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's
think
do
that's
it.
a good
Let's
idea.
do it.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and start everybody with Teen Wolf, the movie, which is the third installment and a remake of the original Teen Wolf from the 80s, which was a high school dude, going to school, and then he turns into this wolf and he romances girls and he fights the bully and all of that, right? If you know the Teen Wolf movies. So I'm not gonna start off.
Let me start.
Yes, okay. I'm glad somebody volunteered.
Yes.
All right. So, Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
So I went into this thinking it was, since it's TV mature, I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's gonna be bloody, it's gonna be gory. Literally, the only reason it was TV mature is because they said F words random times throughout the movie. I feel like that's the only reason that it got the TV mature rating. And you said this is a remake, but the thing is, this movie is based off a 6-season show, Teen Wolf, which is so this is what makes this weird, because I had no idea there was even.
Thank you for that. I had no idea either. Thank you.
So I had no idea
I was so ready.
Let's go.
So check it. So check it. I had no idea it was a show, so I went into watching the movie without knowing anything about any of the characters.
Same here.
So check it out. So this is what I got from it. This movie, to me, is a mixture between Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show. Hold on, son. Hold on.
Okay.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show, mixed with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but adding in Wolfmen, who are only established as Wolfmen with their sideburns and protruding teeth. That's it. That's what I got. That's what I got.
Emoji right now.
Check it. So that's what I got out of it. And my breakdown of the movie is cinematography was good because it's a new movie. So if the cinematography was whack, I'd be like, well, what the fuck y'all shooting with? Cinematography was good. Special effects, mediocre as fuck. The music score made some of the scenes so cringy and corny that I damn near had to turn the shit off. Yo, so it's like this. I see on the app that I watched the movie on, it got this crazy score of like 7. If we're going out of 10, I'm giving this shit a 4. It's trash.
Okay. Let's pause right there. Because here's what we have to establish. This is the first episode if you're just now listening. We now, because you said that, have to establish a rating. I think we should do out of 5, and we should call it 5 dens. Or 5 roars, or what do we call it?
1.5 then for me.
Okay, but what do we call it? 5 what? Like what do we call it?
5 applause?
What?
5 applause?
5 applause? Like applause?
Yeah, but applause though. Because we fucking CyphaDen.
5 claws. I like that. 5 claws.
Yeah, so let's do that. 5. So out of
how many
5,
claws you give it?
I give it a 1. Fuck it. I'm not even giving it a 0.5. I give it a 1. I will never watch this movie again in my whole life.
All right, then I'm gonna hold off. Go ahead, Pesto.
All right, yeah. So I want to interject by saying,
pestilence.
I want to interject by saying, like, I did know about the fucking series, but I did not know that the series was fucking 6 seasons long. Like, bro, I saw this series when I went to college for a year after high school and like ended up leaving afterwards. And I saw that series.
Wait. Is this that old?
2011, I think. 2011.
Yes. This shit's old.
And they made a movie 12 years later?
Fuck yeah. That's why I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
it got rebooted late as fuck.
Yeah, so the shit was done in 2017. And then now.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They reestablished it, came out with the movie.
All right. Yeah. Let's go, Pesto.
So anyway, I watched the first like season or 2 of the show. And the season, like the show started off like similarly, but it had a little bit more of a hook to it, you know, at the time. I think the show was done a little bit better. And of course, you're getting characters established, but it got real corny real fast, just like this shit did. And I think fucking Deku's synopsis of Mighty Morphin Buffy the Vampire motherfuckers is a really fucking accurate shit.
Fantastic.
When I watched it, the season was like you know, the dude who had the kid that was afraid of being a fucking wolf. It was him and then the fucking main dude were the 2. And the main dude got bit. And that was like the whole fucking premise is it's just wolves. There was nothing else going on. And then like the second season, there was a second pack. And then that was where it lost me. The plot lost me. There was no other kind of weird shit, other kind of monster, creature, anything going on. So when they started like, fucking everybody's busting out these weird ass powers. That dude, he's ripping tails out that guy. I'm like, what in the fuck is happening right now? Like, what have they done? And everybody's, you know, the cringiness to me too was like the Dragon Ball Z-esque way that some of these people would like sell their transformations, particularly the fucking cop that was the Hellhound he was like, come on, dog.
Yeah, what was that shit?
All right,
light me on fire, man. Like, light me on fire for having to watch
let me interrupt real quick 1 second. So I did like the villain face. I liked it how he looked like the Invisible Man. But then when the mask came off, he looked like Dobby from Harry Potter and shit.
That shit was hilarious. He looked like a fucking like absolutely like. Oh yeah.
Okay. I gotta pause y'all, man. Because I gotta tell y'all where I'm at with this movie. I'm trying to pull out my notes here because I wanted to know exactly the movies that I thought it seemed like, right? Because you saying Buffy and all those, and I mean I 100% agree. It's so cringy that I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up off the rip. I tried to watch this right after we came up with the podcast idea, like the next night on a Saturday or something.
I saw you guys talking about getting ready to watch it.
I was buzzed. I drank a few beers. I smoked a little weed. I'd done 3 hours of recording some music and stuff. You know, had a good time and shit. Me and my roommate, shout out to every day. And I tried to watch it. And I was tired, so I'm gonna give it this on the first time. But I turned the movie off and went to sleep. Okay.
I passed out the first time.
That's the first time. Second time, I drank like 2 beers. You know, nothing to put you to sleep, right? Smoked a little weed. I was straight though. Turned it off again. All right. And then the third time was today. I had finished watching the second movie. We're gonna talk about the jerk. And I turned it on again, like, yo, maybe I can finish this shit. And I'm gonna just tell y'all like this. I've never finished the movie. That shit was so fucking bad, bro. It was so bad. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a great one. I didn't think of that, but that's kind of what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Twilight mixed with Blade, mixed with. I guess they were trying to do
But I like Blade though, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, you can't do that to dude. The IRS already got our man
Slow
Wesley.
down.
You can't be doing this to him.
Relax. I'm not shitting on Blade. I'm saying
you kind of are if it's whack.
No, I'm saying this movie attempted to have a plot as such. Okay. It failed miserably. It failed in every category of a movie possible. I've watched many movies buzzed. Many movies buzzed. This is one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my entire fucking life, and I have no qualms about saying that.
It's trash. I couldn't agree more. It's trash as fuck.
Let me say this. What they did by this needed to be a fucking another season of their series, the story they tried to tell. Because they tried to fucking catch everybody up into this fucking story that you have no fucking backstory. And y'all obviously hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen since the first. So
the series doesn't even do it justice, right? Is what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying I didn't see it since the first 2 seasons. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on either.
No, the series was not good. Justice either. Yeah.
No, I didn't enjoy the series either. But obviously, it was popular enough that they were able to reboot this, this shit off of it. And from some other people that I had talked to, they enjoyed the series, and I can see it. Some people that are really into that style of show, I get it.
Right.
But like, man, the thing that I noticed the most outside of the obvious cringe factor of this is that this fucking movie was all over the place, dude. This movie was all over the fucking place. I thought I was like, did I take a bag of mushrooms before I started watching?
Bro,
I mean, you didn't. I didn't see no. That's the thing. If you go into this movie without seeing any of the seasons, you have no idea what's going on. It's literally...
okay. I'm sorry to interrupt y'all, but that's exactly what I thought. So the first 2 times I turned it off, it's because I got 20, 30 minutes in each time, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it was so crazy. And today, I got to an hour, and I'm like, this movie's only like, what, 2 hours long, 2.5, maybe an hour and a half? I still didn't know what was going on.
It was long.
And I'm like,
that shit was long.
It was long.
2.5. It was 2.5.
It was way too long.
2.5 too long.
To be an hour in and like sincerely on the third time not understand what's going on, I'm like, this movie's the worst movie I've ever seen. I walked out on one movie in the theater in my entire life, and it's Celtic Pride. This movie ranks with the worst movies I've ever seen with that movie. And that was with Joe Pesci's in that movie. I hate to say that.
How many claws do you give this movie?
How many what?
How many claws do you give this movie?
Oh, I forgot we were doing claws. I don't give it any.
I also give it 0 claws, bro. I can't.
The dialogue was horrible. The acting was horrible. I can't point out one good thing about this movie. Denku, you said the cinematography. It was okay.
It was crispy. Crispy.
Everything's crispy these days. This is crispy.
But that's what I'm saying. Because it's a new movie. It's crispy.
Then that's not a claw. That's a bear claw at best with a coffee.
All right, well then it gets 0 all around. Then it gets 0 all around. I gave it the 1 because of the cinematography. Everything else.
You gave it 1.5.
No, I did not. I changed.
No. He said he wasn't going to give it the half. He said he wasn't going to give it the half.
I didn't give it the half.
But
seriously, but I give it the 1 just because of the cinematography. And I like the villain character. I do like the villain character.
Okay, the villain character was dope. But it
was a cool concept.
See,
conceptually he was dope. I just feel like execution-wise, they left a lot to be desired.
You're right. Yeah, the whole thing is the movie could have been better, and I'm gonna say this, and I think y'all might agree. If there's a lot of things, but One thing that would have changed it and maybe got one claw for sure, because right now we're at 0.33 claws.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Hell yeah.
but, I'm sorry, that was funny to me to say. But one thing that could have done that is not name it Teen Wolf. And this is a big thing with remakes. Stop naming shit that doesn't follow the remake.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm
I
saying?
agree
You know, the only thing that established it being anywhere comparable to the
Is
first
he was young.
to the original Teen Wolf, he played lacrosse, and lacrosse was
Yeah,
their
and he was
equivalent
young.
to basketball.
Right. He was young and he
But who
played
the
it. Yeah.
fuck cares about lacrosse? Nobody.
No one.
Yeah.
It might as well have been
that's
hockey
true.
or soccer. Which I'm gonna get shit on for both of those statements.
Yeah, you just try to make more extra enemies, man. We already like just shit on the 3 people that care about lacrosse, and now you're roping in the
Oh,
fucking.
Well, what are we, so what are we hitting? Six to 9? Are we hitting 6 to 9 now then?
Yeah, that would have commonality and be
Hey,
catching this. Yeah.
so you didn't watch the whole thing, Ram, but the thing is
I did not get through the whole thing.
so the
I don't
real
feel like
one
I
of the
needed
real
to.
one of the real corny things to me is like the glowing eyes, and the glowing eyes represented who was the alpha of the pack or the beta.
Yeah.
Like that shit was corny. But the thing is like, how do you make a Teen Wolf movie about werewolves and you literally only show the teeth and fucking grown sideburns?
Yeah, they
That's
didn't.
not a
They didn't get
werewolf,
no
son. That's
claws.
what the fuck is
There-
that?
There was no extra strength. There was.
Well,
I mean,
no,
kind of.
there was
No,
extra strength,
there was enhanced
was.
abilities and
There was.
healing factor and
Yeah.
stuff.
but it was corny though.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
the
sorry.
way they did it was corny.
The
And then like
the corniest
and
thing.
what the fuck? Samurais? The fuck is that shit?
Yeah, the
thing is,
Oni.
that's
What the
why I
fuck?
was lost. Look, I might have got further one night or something. Because one reason I was lost is all kinds of different fighters came in. And I'm like, is this Street Fighter, the movie part 3? Or what is this?
Son,
What is this?
Mighty Morphin Power
I was waiting
Rangers,
for
son.
Chun-Li to run out.
It was Mighty Morphin Power
Mighty
Rangers.
Morphin.
So the corniest thing to me is that there was no fucking consequences in this movie. How many times did somebody fucking die and then they weren't fucking dead? Like how many times did somebody get murdered?
Well,
They're like, oh, I'm dead. Even the fucking main character had that girl hunting him down, and he like fucking, oh, see, now you killed me, so now we can speak. And then as soon as they speak, he's like, okay, now save my fucking life. Like no one fucking actually dies until the very, like, you know, they take that one guy, you know, finally.
Who should
Spoilers.
have died earlier? He got fucking shot in
Right.
the throat.
Like, 3,
fuck?
4 fucking times he should have died, bro. It's like it really, yeah, it was
Thank
just it was a fucking absolute atrocity. The whole
Thank you.
fucking thing.
Thank you for solidifying I should not have finished this movie.
No, you shouldn't have. And like the other thing too, that was like to me. So they have the guy that goes
I
over
felt
in
bad
the
though at
beginning
first.
and
I'm sorry.
releases the villain, you know, he releases the fucking demon.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy for the first 45 minutes of the movie, I thought the chick's dad that was working with him I thought it was him. Because he looked so similar. They did so little to discern that character from anybody and make him anything that how could you give a fuck about him? Like he was the human antagonist was a fucking was dog
It's
shit.
crazy.
He was soft as dog shit. Like what? He's got a gun. They're fucking mutants,
Yeah,
dude. He's
I
got a
know,
gun.
But that happened earlier, and that's one of the first things where I was like, are they shooting guns at werewolves? I mean, do they
Silver bullets.
have 30
Silver
silver
bullets.
bullets? That's my thing. That was when I cut it off the second time. I was like, are they shooting at them and they don't have silver bullets? Well, I mean, I don't understand what's going on here.
Right.
Well,
Like, that's a huge hole in the plot.
so the
And
arrows,
that's why we're at 0.33.
so the
claws.
arrows were supposedly dipped in Wolfsbane,
Oh.
which
You,
apparently
you listen to the whack dialogue that much?
Yeah,
Dog,
you had. I mean,
Dog, I watched the whole movie, and when
I
I
tried to
finished the
save it.
movie, I was upset I watched the whole movie. But the thing is I did pay attention because I wanted to detail it down, just to talk about how trash it really was. Like the people that really like this movie.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
They're
I
Twilight
honestly,
fans, bro.
I would.
They're Twilight
Is that
fans.
it though? Is that the only
I
reason?
think so. I think so.
You had to have watched the whole series too. I feel like Twilight fan
I
and
mean,
watched the whole
wait, but
series.
you did, but Pesto,
I
you
didn't watch the whole series. I watched one season. It's got 6 seasons. Like I
that's
said,
enough.
I
That's
knew the,
enough. No, that's enough. That's
but I didn't
enough. For
enjoy
how
it either.
trash this was, that's enough. You watched one season because the other 5 sucked. The movie sucked. You
The movie
know,
did suck.
But my thing about it is, if you're gonna make a movie based off a fucking series, you
Yeah.
need to basically make it to where people that have never seen the series still enjoy the movie.
Amen. Amen.
And I don't understand how anybody could enjoy this without watching the series. Is what it
Yeah.
is.
And we have somebody who watched the season, and Pesto said it was still trash. You know
It
what the
was
main
trash.
thing was, though? It was the dialogue, bro.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
To me, I'm big on
Terrible.
dialogue. The dialogue was so bad in this movie that it made the plot even worse.
Yeah,
I
like
gotta
they're
go
like
get my other pair of earbuds.
like the motherfuckers were like sitting there questioning, like,
Yeah.
wait, do you think that we should put this on the tree trunk? Wait, I don't know if we should walk up that close to the tree trunk. What are you talking about? I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like y'all should have
exactly.
hired Tarantino for the dialogue. Maybe it would have been all right. Like, I don't understand.
They could
Yo,
have hired me for the dialogue a
No,
little bit better.
and the one of the characters that I dislike the most in the whole series, or
Okay.
in the whole movie, one of the
Well,
characters
now you know it's a series, but yeah.
So yeah, so my most disliked character was the main love interest chick. I can't think of her name, but the main love interest chick, her father. You know why I didn't like, dude? Because
Yeah,
he looked
I
like
think I
he
know what you're talking
straight up came out of Days of Our Lives. Like he looked like dog. Like
He was Victor Newman. He was
like said,
Young and the
like
Restless. Victor
like
Newman.
said, you come in here, you pretty old man looking motherfucker. What the fuck is going on? I don't understand.
Like
I
you
don't-
trying to holler at my mama type motherfucker.
Like the shit was crazy. Oh, we lost Pestilence for a second, but he'll be
Oh,
back.
it's okay. Yeah, we'll
But
go.
but yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, I'll give it the 1, and I'll give it the 1
Yeah.
because, like I said, the
Because it's a movie.
cinematography to me was crispy, and I thought the villain was cool until he took his mask off.
Okay.
I like the voice. Like the voice
Yeah.
was dark. It was dope.
Yeah.
And then the actual character, like with the crazy teeth, and then like the Invisible Man wrap over the face. I thought that was
Yeah.
cool. Aside
Yeah.
from that, I didn't like a single werewolf character.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like Pestilence.
I mean, do you agree that the acting and the dialogue was trash
the
all the way?
acting was terrible, and
Horrible.
what made
It was
some of the
Saved by the
scenes,
Bellish, right?
yeah, and what made some of the scenes even worse was
Right.
that fucking music score. Like,
Yo, the score was horrible.
like y'all didn't have no songs. Like y'all
was that like
must've-
soft rock? What was that?
it was terrible. It was like it's like they hired some kid out of college to
Yeah.
do some random fucking acid pro melodies or something. Like it was fucking terrible. It was so bad. Like
It was
like,
Garage Band.
and then they're just talking. Oh yeah. I was about to diss somebody. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying it. I was about to diss somebody. I'm not even gonna do it because it's somebody you know, and I'm not even gonna do it.
This is not a hip hop podcast.
I was gonna do it, son. I was gonna do it. I couldn't do it. But yo,
Okay.
it's crazy. That shit. That
I'm
show,
sorry,
that
yo.
movie. Was
I'm sorry,
terrible.
y'all. I smoked some weed before the podcast, so I'm coughing too much, but that was hilarious.
Bro, the movie.
So check it.
Straight booty cheeks. is what
Oh man, booty clap, booty chatter, for real. Look, here's the thing. So we had 1 star from you, 0 from Pesto,
One
0
claw.
from me,
Claws.
1 claw. I'm
The
sorry,
den. From the den.
from live from the den, CyphaDen. Sorry, this is actually good. I like claws. 1 claw.
It's tight. That's our own shit.
I like that shit. All right, so I give it 0. Pesto gave it 0. You give it 1, so it gets 0.3 clauses. We'll go 0.4 if we round up. Actually, if we round, then it goes 0.3. So we'll wait till he gets back in to start the next movie. But I want to say this. normally I will get through every movie, but for me and Pesto giving this motherfucker 0, it makes me feel a lot better knowing that I shouldn't even have tried to get through this movie. That's how bad it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I throw in some shit? He said, "My bad, my earbud died. Snagging another pair. I'll be right back in a few." Can I talk about another movie that I saw right after that? And this is total freestyle. This wasn't planned.
Okay.
But I watched the Whitney Houston movie, bro.
Oh, the new one?
That shit is fire, bro.
Damn, I wanted to see. Well, what the fuck? Why you gonna watch something that I wanted to watch?
Because I mean, we could talk about that another time, but I just want to talk about it right now because it's a movie that I did like, and it was incredible. Actually, if you go through my Facebook, you're gonna see how much Whitney Houston music I posted after that because I'm sitting in my car smoking weed, drinking a little bit, listening to Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? And we'll just leave that alone for now. I'm trying to fill time, but
I wanted to see that shit.
bro.
Let's go back
You
and
know
talk about why you think Celtic Pride is one of the worst movies of all time.
Okay, here's why. Because it had Damon Wayans, it had fucking Joe Pesci, it had Daniel, I forget his name, dude from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name, Daniel something. And I loved all 3 actors. But me and my dude here's the fucked up part. My dude was talking to this chick that got us in the movie for free, so we didn't even pay. So we walked out of a movie that we didn't even pay for. That's how bad it was. So we walk in the movie. We sit down, we watching the movie. And I'm like, all right. So these dudes kidnap a Celtics fan, but it's Damon Wayans, who's bigger than both of them in some ways, and can probably knock Joe Pesci out in one move, and then deal with Daniel Stern. Daniel Stern, that's who it is. Salute to Daniel Stern because I love all 3 of these actors. So in my eyes, I'm like, this is bullshit. And so literally about 20 minutes into the movie, I look at my dude, I'm like, I'm not watching the rest of this movie. This is horrible. And we just decided to walk out. I can't even sit here and tell you why, except the fact that with those 3 great actors, the dialogue and the acting and the directing, everything about the movie was horrible. The plot.
It's easily one of Damon Wayans' worst movies, but
it's 100% his worst. And Pesci and Daniel Stern.
Well, we know most of the movies that Pesci plays in. I mean, they're gangster movies. I mean, this was
right. That's why it's automatically his worst. I mean, come on, son.
I think that people thought it was going to be cool because you paired up Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci again after the Home Alone shit.
All of that is my point. But you put him with Damon Wayans and then give Damon Wayans this character that's not funny at all. The funny is supposed to be in their combo, Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci, but they weren't funny at all.
I mean,
and we're supposed to believe Damon Wayans plays for the Celtics. He was like 40 already.
But hold on, son. But you didn't wait a second. But you didn't see the whole. Did you even go back and watch the whole movie at one point?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does, because there's actually some parts that are actually kind of funny when they kidnap dude. There's some parts.
I think I might have. I think I know what you're talking about. So I think I might have actually.
So like when they kidnapped
I can't remember. This is many years ago. It's 20-some years ago.
When they kidnapped Damon Wayans, so it wasn't an R-rated movie. But when they
I think I did go back. Because I remember that. They tied him up and all that shit. I remember
so when they kidnapped him, there's some parts where he clowns him and makes fun of him. It's kind of funny. There's some funny parts.
How many parts you need to make a good funny movie though with those actors?
But there's a lot of trash. Yes, I understand. But there's a lot of trash comedy movies. Like if you really want to break them down, there's a lot of trash comedy movies. What I'm saying is,
the podcast is called Pick Up the Flick.
But what I'm saying is, there are some fun. So Celtic Pride to me is not one of the worst movies I ever saw in my life.
Really?
No, it's not.
How many claws would you give it to this day?
I give it a 2. I would give it a 2. So you don't have to. We got different opinions. I mean, I just don't know what to say. I mean, you might give Bridges of Madison County a 4.5, and I hated that.
Never seen it. Never seen it. Glenn Close and Clint Eastwood at that age. Why would I watch that?
Hey, man.
Never watched it. Never seen it.
And what about 47 Ronin? That's one of the worst movies I ever saw in my life.
47 what? I know that. It sounds familiar. 47
Ronin.
Ronin, like Ronin, the Ronin movie. Okay,
It's
so
got-
Ronin is one of the greatest movies ever. 47 Ronin, no.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's trash. Keanu
I
Reeves'
believe
worst
you.
movie
I
of all
believe you.
time.
I believe you. I've heard a bunch about it being trash, so I've never.
It's terrible.
I don't know
tried.
that it's his worst movie.
Oh,
It's
shit.
horrible.
That still comes in with a hot take.
Yo, but what? Okay, but hold on.
Wait, what is his worst movie then?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. What do you think
Have you
is his
seen-
worst movie?
Have you seen Replicas?
No.
No, I have not
That
seen
shit is fucking trash.
What? Okay, let's rewind though. Pesto, since you're just getting back in here, have you seen Celtic Pride?
I haven't.
Don't.
See, so he can't
All right,
judge it.
Let's
But
move
I
on.
can
Let's
judge
move
it.
on.
I can judge it, and I'm telling you right now, it gets a motherfucking 2. The reason it gets 2
It
claws,
does not get it too.
yes, it does. It gets 2 claws because of this. The tie-up scene, fucking hilarious. Go, I'm serious. Pestilence, you don't
I
even have
believe
to watch
you.
the whole
I
movie.
believe you.
You just watch the part.
No,
where
you don't.
David
No, you
Wayans
don't
is
have to
coming.
watch the whole movie because you'll walk out on it like I did.
He will not walk out because there's some funny shit. It's not the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
It is to me.
It's
on the
worse than
list.
it's hold on. So it's not worse than Teen Wolf though.
No, it's not.
It's true.
No,
It's not a high bar to
it's-
clear, though.
I mean, they're on the same list, whether they're 2 or 3 on the list, you know. So it's
All
not
right,
as
let's-
hard as like
All
Kobe
right,
and
let's
Jordan.
let's
right?
move on. Let's move on. Where are we going next? Where are we going next? So if you didn't
Well-
catch, if you're not tuned in to where we're at, basically Teen Wolf gets a 0.4 clause.
Yeah.
Because
Teen
I
Wolf
gave
the
it
movie.
I gave it a 1. Ram
Yeah.
and Pestilence gave it a 0. That's where we're
Yeah.
at. Teen Wolf,
Well,
you love it. We hate it. So we don't agree with you.
but you said 0.4, and technically 0.33333 is that's 0.3.
So 0.3. So it gets a 0.3,
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
meaning it is what?
It
Trash.
gets like these. It gets like this much of a claw.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Yeah. So actually, it's like this much. Like it's like a Playboy bunny. You know what I mean?
With a crippled ears, huh?
Ram tried to get through
I
it
like
not
that.
sober twice and couldn't.
Wait, what? Say that again.
I said Ram tried to get through it not sober twice and couldn't.
Yo,
that's all you.
twice.
That's all you need to know
Twice.
about that movie.
Actually, no,
approached
3
it-
times. 3 times. Because today I was mad high and I was like, all right, I got this podcast today. I'm gonna try this again.
3 different
We're
ways
gonna-
away
you
from
know
sobriety.
what? You know what's
Let's
gonna
go do
happen
it.
though? We're gonna upset Twilight women that love
Good.
Twilight. They're
Good.
gonna hate
And
us.
hopefully they become fans
That's
when
fine.
we talk about this next movie and in future movies. We're gonna
Yeah.
have a romantic comedy episode that'll put all the hoes in. I'm just playing. I'm totally joking, ladies. Nah, love y'all.
Maybe I'll cut. Maybe
Just
I'll
joke.
cut that part. I don't know.
No, I'm joking. They know I'm joking. Nah, we got to be who we are. Be who you are. You know that. So that's one of your singles.
Yeah,
Who
it
you
is.
want to be?
I got
Be who you are. Anyway.
Ram. I'm all caught up. I had the bounce thing. I got the single thing. I got it all. I understand.
All right, so the Pesto, talk about the other movie we were gonna do. Start it off with that.
Oh,
Let's
the
go.
one, the one we didn't do, or the one that we did do?
No, the one we did, Steve Martin.
Yeah, the jerk.
I want you to start off with that one. Yeah, the jerk.
Oh yeah, man. And honestly, this is a cool thing, bro. Is like I actually had never seen the jerk.
Oh shit.
I'd heard about it, I think, a while ago, and never went and like tracked it down and watched it. But I
Oh.
said, we had discussed another one from like the same era of Steve
The man
Martin,
with
which
2
is, like-
brains.
yeah, the man with 2 brains, which is like, again, it's in that same realm of like, it's a different era of comedy for real,
It's Steve
man.
Martin
It's like,
comedy.
it's-
Yeah.
It was Steve
Yeah.
Martin comedy for one, but it's a different era. It's not like as like the
Yeah.
shit that they're going for isn't as necessarily direct. It's more clever, it's more clever than it
Oh,
is
super clever. Yeah.
yeah, than it is trying to do too much. So it's like you do got to pay attention to catch up like the subtle nuances and stuff like that. But there are definitely some there's some big swings, man. Steve Martin's a funny dude, and
Huge.
and like there's a few things that caught me a little off guard for sure. But I mean, overall,
Okay.
it was.
What were
it was a good
those though?
story.
What were the things that caught you off guard? I'm curious.
So I mean, like Steve Martin dropping the hard R. I mean, he only did it
Yeah,
once, but that
yeah.
shit, I was like, oh shit, like. But I
But the
mean, it
context,
fit in context.
but
It fit his character. It didn't feel like he would, it didn't feel like they were doing it for shock value or anything. Like it fit
right,
everything in
But
line with the narrative of the story.
but if that came
right.
out today, what would happen?
Oh, he would get
It
fucking
couldn't
lambasted probably.
it wouldn't come out today.
Fuck
That's one
no.
thing I want to touch on is first of all, bottom line on this movie. If you've never seen The Jerk by Steve Martin, it is 100% um, poking at racial stereotypes like a motherfucker from beginning from
Fuck
jump.
yeah.
I'm a poor
Fuck
black
it.
man in a white man's world. I had before he leaves. Remember, before he leaves his family. So in the movie, he's a white kid that got orphaned and left on the doorstep of a black family. I'm just
Yeah.
catching up everybody just watching. He's a white kid that gets left on the doorstep of a black family in Mississippi that plays blues on the porch. They got all these traditions. So he thinks he's a black dude because even though he doesn't look like everybody, that shit right there. First off, I've watched this movie since I was like 8 years old. Me and my brother, or 6. Me and my brother used to watch this movie when we were young all the time and thought it was hilarious, like since little kids, which is a weird thing, but that was the 80s, right? So, but when he goes back and his family, and he's about to leave his black family that plays blues on the porch, it's real traditional type shit, right? And they say, yo, the Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey, and see a doctor and get rid of it. Yo, that shit
Yeah.
was like what?
And he repeats
Yo,
that shit back to him.
Yo,
but
that shit was like his Creole. That shit had me dying laughing, man.
but
Dying
later,
laughing.
but later on, when he had wrote the letter back home, and he talked about he talked about the blowjob shit. Why did they act like they didn't know what a blowjob was, though?
His uncle did. His uncle did though. His uncle was slick, bro. That shit fucking had me dying.
Yo, the
His
uncle
uncle
knew.
did.
The uncle was like, "Oh shit, they don't know," and they was like,
Yeah.
"God bless him. God bless him." And bro, so when he and then when he said, "Yo," when he's dancing in the beginning, when he's like, "I want to leave," and he hears like
Yeah.
the quote unquote white music, and he's dancing to the white music, like,
He finally has rhythm.
bro, the parents' faces as actors, they were trying not to laugh. Fuck the movie part. But just as actors, if you go back and look, they were like trying not to laugh. That shit was so fucking funny. And I imagine being around Steve Martin, that whole movie was probably hard as fuck to do. Fire.
Oh yeah.
This movie for me, there's so much more, and let's keep covering more of the movie because I'm curious what y'all think of some of the racial shit, like and the just the connotations, like economical connotations, racial connotations, right? There's a lot in this movie with the comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, even on top of that, just I mean, like the romantically too. I think, especially for the time, to me, I was kind of
It almost
surprised
makes,
at
yeah,
at how much audacity. I mean, like even from the time when he first met that dude that was his boss at the gas station, that like kind of told him like, my sex life is in your hands. I was like, damn, like he's fucking what the fuck. That shit was
bro.
he's really going for it, or he's
Well, I
getting
mean,
fucking
yeah, and even when he met the motorcycle chick that played the guitar and shit,
yeah,
that was like an
absolutely.
abusive relationship. This movie
100%. She
almost
got his
ends
No,
name
up being
she
tattooed on
a
her
beat
ass.
his
comedy.
she beat his ass.
Yo, beat his
Yes,
ass. Like,
several
yo,
times.
like first of all, I just want to say any white dude that came from a black family like that is not getting his ass beat by a white chick. That's not happening. It's not.
Nah, he was like Norbit, bro. He was not
yo,
like
yo, you know what I was gonna say is this might be the precursor to a Forrest Gump that can't run fast.
Oh shit! I was gonna compare it to Forrest Gump.
You know what I'm saying?
I was so gonna compare it. There's definitely a comparison there. There's
Definitely, right? Like I almost feel like maybe this inspired Forrest Gump. Who
might have.
was
It
that?
might.
Zemeckis? Was that Robert Zemeckis? Or who? I don't know who wrote that, but
There definitely might have been inspiration from Forrest Gump off this movie.
y'all feeling that
I
too?
agree with it. Yeah, I could see it. Like now that you mention it, like the way that they kind of anthology his life and have him go through
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the or like even like Joe Dirt. Like there's a few movies that kind of follow that same
I forgot about that.
that same the obvious inspiration of that, like all these different kind of larger than life characters in that one person's life mashup.
Yeah.
But man, it was really really well done. I thought like they
It's a
definitely
brilliant
hit a
movie.
lot of
Brilliant movie.
yeah. And there's
What's
like
up?
man, there's
What's
some
up?
subtle jokes, bro, that like
Like,
just killed me.
Oh, I got plenty more jokes I wanted to talk about too.
but he really became a millionaire off of building a thing that kept the
Bro,
glasses up.
son,
Yeah.
son, with this shit. Yo, that shit was fire.
And it
You know
made
what? You know,
it made people cross-eyed. What the fuck?
yo, that part was one of the funniest parts of the movie because here's the thing. It was so ahead of its time. That's an internet sensation in this day, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we put that shit on the internet, or like let's say right before social media. Remember when the internet was like all products and shit and buying shit, right? That shit was ahead of its time in the fucking early 80s. That to me, that part right there was like, yo, this movie is a little ahead of its time. But you know what I mean? I thought so. You know?
That and like dude, honestly, like it was like one of the last jokes in the entire fucking movie. It's after his parents pick him up and shit. They're back on the porch and they're
Yeah.
playing, or it's like
Yeah,
before
yeah.
they show that, they're like, and then we move
Full
back
circle.
home, but we got a new we got more family added, so we had to get a new house. And you're like, oh yeah, his family's rich now. So you're expecting
Yeah.
like, okay, they're gonna show like a big and they like built like another big old house, like big old ass. Like it's just a bigger
Yo,
version
okay.
of this like old ass fucking cabin
wait, let's
from the
touch on
fucking
that.
1600s.
Bro, Pesto, let's touch on that in this way though. Okay, because here, check this out. He goes from I'm looking at my notes to make sure I'm saying because I remember certain jokes. He goes from going to the end of the fence with his first ride,
Yeah,
and his parents and them were sitting in the house.
yeah, you can hear him.
And they can hear him, and they can hear him like, thanks.
How can I ever repay you?
Right? He goes from that. Wait, and then sending $1.10 an hour or whatever the fuck it was, $1.50. He's sending money back, but bro, he's only making $1 and some change an hour.
Yeah,
$2 an hour. Like, and so we're supposed to believe at the end of the movie that he has accumulated enough money sending back to where he's done this. That shit was wild to me, and it's hilarious because that doesn't make any sense, right?
well, they explain that.
Well, because check this out. He starts off making what did the dude say? $1.50 an hour or $1.10 an hour?
Yeah,
It
he's
was
like
like
a
a
buck
dollar. It was
10
like
more.
$1.50 or so.
Yeah, but he's sending that back. But I mean, that doesn't equate to later on having that amount of money he had, except the investment.
Yeah,
But the pops didn't makes like 3-4 times as much as he did. Am I the only one that sees like, okay, there's the hole, right?
well, it's.
Or
I
you
mean, man, our
supposed to
economy
assume
is
that he
so
got
fucked
rich.
up. I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm just like I didn't put too much stake into like how the
I
family
think
got
too much.
rich by
Yeah.
investing it. Like I guess,
Yeah.
but I see where you're
I
coming
think too
from.
much.
Like you're probably
I think
right.
too much. Yeah.
It's obviously a far more lucrative investment to have the shit that keeps glasses on your face than to
Yeah, maybe
invest
I
a
thought
couple
about it too
bucks into
much.
the stock
Yeah.
market.
Yeah. So another couple lines I thought were wild is when they were like, yo, when he wrote the letter back home and he's like you said this about the blowjob, but I found my special purchase from the blowjob. But then when they were on the beach, after she caught him with the motorcycle chick, and he's like, what's your name? And she's like, Marie's, what's yours? And he's like, I'll tell you tomorrow. It'll give us something, or maybe no, it's before the beach.
Yeah,
He's like, I'll tell you tomorrow. It'll give
it'll
us
give us
something
something to
interesting
talk about.
about. I was like, that's like the most player line ever. I think I'm using that in 2023.
I like it. I like it. I did like that shit. I
Like,
like
what's your
that
name?
shit.
Ram.
Hey, let me know. Let me know if it works. Let me know if it works.
Yeah. I think it's gonna work, bro. I'm trying it. I'm at least trying it in 2023. That's all I'm saying. That's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do market research, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then the instrumentation on the beach, right? Where she all of a sudden grabs the fucking horn.
The horn?
Yeah, the horn was it a fucking trumpet?
Yeah.
That shit had me dying. That was hilarious. The struggle for the kiss is 100% sexual assault in this day and age. Did y'all remember that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yo, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
There was also like, fuck, man, the joke when he first met that chick, when he helped and he saved the little kid off the train. He's like, She's like, "Is there any way I can repay you?" He's like, "Yeah, if I could get a kiss." And then he kisses the kid.
And he kisses the kid. Pedophilia.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's who I forgot about that. I meant to write that down.
Holy fuck!
So,
I was like,
those
Jesus.
parts right there, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, was Steve Martin on Epstein's list? Like, what's going on?
Oh shit.
Whew. That's some
just saying,
fucking
like, it fucked me up.
big
It fucked
balls
me
to
up.
make that joke, bro.
Bro, huge sets of balls. Huge sets of balls.
Yo,
Even in that day and age, it was huge sets of balls.
I love the part at the gas station when he was talking to the Mexican dudes.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was hilarious.
It's almost like they tried to do a Cheech and Chong type thing.
Yeah.
If they failed, but it was funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Or even the assassin dude. He's like, these cans are defective.
Just because he's random. No, but just because he was a random guy. The guy was like, I like random people. Like that shit was even ahead of his time. A mass shooting because of random people.
He's celebrating. He's like, my name's in the phone book. This is the greatest fucking thing. Like,
shit.
this is how people get started. And then
then he's like, first my name was in a phone book. Now it's on your ass.
Yeah. Yo, the
I
comedy.
bet more people see that. I bet more people see that than the phone book.
Oh, shit.
That's the thing. The comedy, the jokes throughout this movie were solid as fuck. This movie, to me, I mean, obviously, like I said, me and my brother used to watch it as kids. Watching it now in 2023, it holds up. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. Hold on. There's the fucking cat juggling part.
And that's him in a fucking other wig.
Him. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
juggling
I like that
cats.
shit.
And then they start bouncing off the table.
I'm sorry, that was the last thing I thought was fucking. There was more, but they were super funny. But I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm gonna give y'all mine. Can I give y'all mine first?
Oh wait, though, the bathtub scene. Come on, son. The bathtub scene. He's making fucking water squirt out the bathtub.
Bro.
And it's just a dog calling his dog shithead.
Yeah. Well, because the other person named it shithead.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm gonna name you should call the luckiest guy, the luckiest dog in the world. Like you saved all your lives. You should call that dog shithead.
Yo, okay. That shit was so fucking fire. It blew my mind how fucking genius that comedy is. I'm telling you, the jokes in this movie are fucking genius to this day. And that's 30-something, 40 years ago. 40 years ago.
I don't need anything except for this remote and this and this and this. He's walking up and my dog. I don't need my dog.
I'm gonna give my number of claws first out of 5. I give this 4 claws out of 5. Just because of the racial connotations and how that holds up to this day. The way they talked about some shit that we're kind of dealing with in the future. And just the jokes from beginning, the first scene to the end are fucking solid throughout. It's funny as fuck still to this day. I laugh my ass off. It's offensive. It dealt with topics that we still deal with today. I give it 4, maybe even 4.5. It gets 4 out of 5 for sure.
I'm gonna say 4.5. Absolutely. I was gonna say I'm giving it 4.5. I'm absolutely going 4.5.
I was being modest before.
I'm going 4.5. One, because I didn't grow up with it. And
okay.
Because of how fucking old this movie is, the fact that it could still be entertaining and the fact that it absolutely blows the fucking balls off of something that's got how much more money pumped into it the fucking Teen Wolf was.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like good look.
Okay. 4.5 for me then too. 2 4.5s then. I'm going 4.5 too. Be honest, Denku.
You want me to be real?
I want you to be straight real, my nigga. Straight real. I shouldn't have said my nigga, but straight real.
Okay, so you might find this fucked up because I know you love the movie. I know you both love the movie.
It's cool. I want you to be honest, bro.
I'm not a huge Steve Martin fan.
Oh.
So
have you seen Roxanne?
Huh? Yeah,
have you seen Roxanne?
I've seen Steve Martin movies, and I'll be honest
with you. I'm talking shit. I'm just playing.
I'm not a huge Steve Martin fan. So for me, 3.5.
Oh, 3.5 still good. 3.5 still above average.
But I love the comedy aspect. I love the comedy.
No, that's good. That's good for not liking Steve Martin. That's
I
actually
love the
good.
movie in itself.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a Steve Martin fan. I never been. I never.
Bro.
Like, it's just
I get
not,
it. I
it's
get
just
it.
not my favorite.
Damn.
Honestly, when I was growing up
This
as
is
like a kid,
this is great though. This is great.
I
Go ahead.
never, as a kid, I never liked Steve Martin. It was honestly my uncle told me, "Hey, you need to watch The Man with Two Brains," and that was the one that like.
Okay.
And it's very much. I'll say this after watching this and knowing that you like this movie, Ram. The comedy's in the same. Like it gave me that same reminiscence where it's not like over the top. Like it wasn't a movie because my uncle made it sound like this is the funniest movie of all time. Like he was dying.
Right.
And like I'm trying to find the movie. I had to order that shit. Like I have it on DVD at the time because there was no fucking place I could stream that shit. So I ordered it. I got it. It's in like a fucking cardboard DVD sheath.
Oh
And
shit. Yeah.
I used to work with those dudes and I watched that movie and I remember thinking like expecting it just to like blow my socks off like with just these one-liners and stuff. And it wasn't that kind of comedy. It was very much more the subtle, like constant, clever, weird, zany humor.
Dry. Right.
Very dry humor. Yeah. Very
Seinfeld
dry
before
humor.
Seinfeld type shit.
Absolutely, and it was like I had a big appreciation for it, and I like that Steve Martin and this Steve Martin a lot more than like because when I was a kid, he was in a lot of those like kid comedies and stuff like that, and I thought this dude's fucking corny as hell. I don't.
Was
really
that
like
the one
him.
where he was the dad with like 12 kids or whatever?
Yeah, he was in that, and then he was
Cheaper
in
by the dozen.
Yeah, he was in that, and he was in a bunch of other movies for
I said,
for kids when you were growing up, and he was just
and later Steve Martin I did not like, man.
Yeah, later Steve Martin sucks.
Like
that was what I grew
Father
up with.
of the Bride shit. I'm not.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, I didn't like that either. That's when he started to change his personality. I think the last best movie he did was Roxanne. I still love Roxanne with the nose and all that. I still love that movie. That was one of my mom's favorite movies. Shout out to my mom. But yeah, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm actually still happy with your 3.5. Thank you.
Well, I like
what we all say, but
I like the movie as a whole. Like I said, I'm just not a big Steve Martin fan.
Yeah,
I think it's fair, man. I mean,
I get that. I get that actually. I understand that. And when we start talking about the later movies, it makes sense. I'm like, okay, yeah, because I didn't like Father of the Bride. I didn't like the 12 Stepchildren. What the fuck it was called?
Cheaper by the dozen. They actually had a sequel to it too.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Let me put it this way. I have an 18-year-old daughter and I never showed her those whack-ass movies. Let's just say that. So, you know what I'm saying? But I showed her Ice Cube. What's the one? When Are We There Yet? Or Are We There Yet? I showed her classics. You know what I'm saying? But not that was.
You calling that movie a classic?
But Are We There Yet is great, to be honest. It's
bro.
A classic
for a kids movie. For a kids movie, it really is. I loved it. That's just me though.
All
right, well then that'll be on a future episode, people.
Well,
yeah,
you'll be the only one giving it a 5.
Okay, I'm not saying okay. I'm okay. Let's back up. Let's rewind. Not a classic. All right, let me rephrase that.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
That's fair.
For a kids movie, I don't get into kids movies,
and that's totally fair too.
I enjoyed the movie, but classic, I would never.
Yeah, I know. That's why y'all didn't see that. I went.
Yeah. See, that's where you're going because like when you talk about Ice Cube movies, like Friday, classic.
Okay, see, you can't put those with the kid movie. You can't. Those have to be separate.
No. But classic. You know?
Yeah,
what
I know,
saying?
but I'm saying, but Ice Cube movies have to be separated into family movies and his previous movies before family movies.
Do you have to
it has to be
that way?
Yeah, you kind of got to.
If you do, then he has no. Overall, as an
actor, though, I mean, because there's a lot of people
and director and producer. But
think about it though. There's a lot of people that went and did kiddie movies here and there, and then they still have the hardcore movies. You can't separate their movies as a whole. You can't do that.
I think we have to with Ice Cube, man.
Because
he's directing and acting in those too.
I can't separate it. Like
I don't either. Because if you do, he has no classic kid movies.
Fair enough. Oh, you're right. Well, I think Are We There Yet is one though. For kids, it is. It's not our generation, but for kids, it is.
But it ain't a classic movie overall, and it's not a classic Ice Cube movie. It's not.
No. It is in the black community for kids. I guarantee you. Mad kids watched that movie at a certain age, about 10, 15 years ago. I guarantee you.
like when it was released, I was like around. So I was like kind of a kid. Like I was a little bit older, but I was around the demographic age of when that
Okay,
movie
well,
got
what age,
released.
motherfucker? What age were you? Don't
Son,
give me no age now.
I watched
When did
Friday
it
when I
release? I
was
gotta figure out
12,
exactly.
11, 12. I watched
Oh,
Friday.
okay, see, Friday, I was 18, so it's totally different for me. So, are you there yet? I had a kid.
2005.
That's why I
I was
say we have
11
to.
years old. I was
Okay,
11
and I
years
had a
old.
1-year-old. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah, but you
different
watched
for me.
Are We There Yet with your 1-year-old?
No, she was about 5 or 6 at that time. Actually,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll fucking murder you in person. I swear to God.
I was just saying, bro. Come on, man. You're like,
You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? By the time
I
it was
get
on
it, I get
DVD,
it.
I don't think
7-year-old, 8-year-old.
And again, I don't think it's a bad movie either, but classic again, like
But
you're.
I
and I
don't
don't think
think
and
these
I
are
don't think
classics.
and I don't
Look,
think that
motherfuckers.
you yo.
Hold
I
up,
don't
motherfuckers.
think,
I already retracted that it wasn't a classic.
no,
But
you
what I'm
didn't.
saying is,
You
No,
said
it
it's
went
a
back.
kid
It was
classic.
double dip.
Again.
You said
No,
it's
I
a
did
kid
retract
classic.
that.
Yeah.
I said for kids, not our age. It is.
But
I'm
you
telling
can't
you, it is
separate.
for
You
kids.
can't separate. I don't think you can separate.
You have to separate
No.
that from Friday. How
But
not?
see, I was 11 when that shit came out, and I'm not saying it's a
When
classic.
Friday came out,
No, when Are We There Yet came out.
I don't even
was
think you was
11.
born when Friday came out, right?
Probably, yeah, I would
What
think
was
so.
that?
I'm not
in the late
discounting your
90s.
opinion.
What was Friday?
And I'm not
95?
discounting your
95.
opinion.
I was
It was
one.
96, 95, 96. Yeah, 95.
95. I was one.
And
Yeah.
I'm not discounting your opinion, but I'm telling you, it's a different Ice Cube. That's like matching up Are We There Yet with Death Certificate, his albums. Friday is more like his albums. The rest of it is
Right,
more
but
him
even
as
his
a director.
his adult shit, not like his role in
Yeah,
like
I agree.
21 Jump Street.
I just, for me, I don't
I forgot
separate.
he did 21 Jump Street.
For me though, I don't separate actors based on if they did kiddie shit or other shit because.
But he's not just. But he's a director too.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm just telling you, I don't separate actors that way.
Okay.
I just put actors, all the movies they did, and then I decide what's the best movies that they did as an overall actor. I don't separate.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I just
Fair
don't
enough.
do that.
Fair enough. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Like if
That's fair.
it's and for me, like I'm not super picky on movies. I mean, I'll be more
I am.
picky and break down.
I'm very picky.
See,
Yeah.
and I'm not. If a movie entertains me,
Yeah.
I'm good. I can watch it if it entertains me. Like we said, the Teen Wolf shit, I made it all the way through, but at the conclusion, I thought it was
that
terrible.
shit was tough.
But like Bridges of Madison County, bro, my mom made me watch that movie, okay, with her one time. I fell asleep, and multiple times I fell asleep. She hits me in the arm, and she's like, "Are you watching?" I said, "No, I wasn't. I fell asleep." And then I tried to watch some more, and I fell asleep again. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to watch Clint Eastwood get freaky with Meryl Streep. It ain't my shit. I ain't trying to do it.
I almost just spit out my drink.
Bro, 2 times this movie's gotten just brought up and dragged through the mud, like out of nowhere. Jacob fucking hates this movie.
I mean,
look, I live in Madison. I don't know where the fuck Madison County is.
I don't hate that many movies, but that movie I fucking hate. And now Teen Wolf I fucking hate. I'll never watch it again. And the other movie I hate is 47 Ronin. It's fucking trash.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but we're not putting Celtic Pride on there.
No, because you need to rewatch Celtic Pride when they tie the motherfucker up. That shit's hilarious.
So you're basing that whole movie on one scene?
It's not one scene because it's a big part of the movie when they tie him up. That's a giant portion of the movie.
A big part of that movie fucking sucked. I guarantee that shit.
Not when he's tied up.
I think I've seen more of that movie than I'm remembering because I remember the tie-up shit.
The tie-up shit was hilarious though. Like he had mad funny lines.
Come on, man.
It was not a great movie. I'm not saying it was great by any means at all.
Just looking
How
many claws would you give it to this day?
I told you I gave it a 2. I
can't believe that.
I would give it a 2.
Okay, looking at the art
the
of the fucking movie,
same amount of claws as Great White Hope, Great White Hype. A 2.
That's got. Yeah, it looks like the same kind of movie.
They both get a 2.
Yo, come on, man. The funniness.
Wait a second. You think Great White Hype is a great movie?
Yes, because of the way they made fun of boxing. It was way funnier. Way funnier. Because of the way they put the
this
boxing
movie-
in the
and
black
this-
white perspective.
But
What the,
this
oh my
movie,
God, I'm shocked.
yo, but this movie makes fun of a superstar basketball player. It's hilarious. They tie him up, bro.
It's not believable.
It's definitely
He did
believable.
not look- Yo, he was like 36 years old. He didn't even look like he could play basketball at that time. That was ridiculous. That was one of the main things.
He wasn't that old in that movie.
Okay, what? What was he? 38, 32,
He was
31?
not
What?
I
It
don't
doesn't
even think
matter.
he was in his 30s.
Oh, he was 100% in his 30s. He had already finished In Living Color. Look it up, Pesto. I don't care. What I'm saying is,
1996. He
was
was
not
born
that
in
old.
60. He was 36 years old.
what are you talking about, son?
He was 36 in Great White Hype.
Yeah, he looked like a boxer, an older boxer, which he played more so than a current basketball player. Get the
I
fuck
give
out
him
of here!
both twos. I give him both twos.
Oh my God! I give Celtic Pride a fucking 1, maybe even 0, because it's just as bad as Teen Wolf.
It
And I
ain't as
give,
bad
I
as
give,
Teen
I
Wolf,
give Great
bro.
White Hype a 2,
Hey,
2.5.
I can't. It
You gave
can't
it
be
the same.
worse.
You gave it the same thing I gave it.
I know. I said 2, 2.5.
So why you hating on my ranking, son?
Because you're putting it where Celtic Pride is.
Because it's the same.
No, that's fucking unbelievably crazy.
Pesto, you need to watch Celtic
and
Pride.
ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna happen more.
I
on this
have to
podcast.
now. You guys have given me more reason to watch that movie than
I guarantee you, Pestilence is gonna laugh his ass off at the kidnapping part in Celtic Pride. That shit's fucking
I
funny.
guarantee you he'll like Great White Hype more. Guarantee it.
I like Great White Hype more, but I'm saying they're the same ranking.
But you gave him the same twos.
So what? So
So you
what?
don't like it more. So you don't like it more.
No, I like them. You're right. I don't. Okay, I
2
don't like it
Are we
more.
going 2 1/4 for?
Fine, 2 1/4. I gave it 2 1/4 then. 2 1/4 for Great White Hype because I like it a little bit more.
All right.
Yo,
Then we agree.
so we do.
Then we agree.
We do have that one other topic though.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
You know what it is.
Hey, y'all started.
Where did the podcast come
hey,
from?
Hey, no, I'm joking. Y'all started. I gotta pee, and the listeners we might have to edit this, but I gotta pee bad. So I'll be
Okay.
right back. But y'all can start the next topic. I'll be right back. All right.
He's just jumping away from the grenade.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until he gets back. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. He's like, hey, y'all, this is a sketchy subject. Let
Yo,
me get away from this.
But for real though, he's super hating on Celtic Pride. Celtic Pride is not that terrible.
So just looking at the art for it, it looks like I've seen a million movies like it. Yeah, it looks like a 2.5 Judd Apatow movie. There's a dime a dozen from that era. Damon Wayans is always funny though, so I mean it's got to be good for a few jokes.
I mean, he walked out on the movie, but the thing about it that's cool is motherfucking when he's tied up. That shit's fucking hilarious. The whole jokes when he's tied up is fucking funny.
And we're back.
To me, no matter what happens in that movie, it can't be worse than the Teen Wolf movie. I just cannot fathom it being worse.
What movie you talking about?
Celtic Pride, son.
It's not okay. I will say this. It's not worse than the Teen Wolf movie. I turned the Teen Wolf movie off 3 times. I walked out of Celtic Pride once. I'll give Celtic Pride a 1. Okay. But Teen Wolf still gets 0.
Yeah. See
White
now
Hype
we
gets
found
2.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's all fair.
And just to reestablish, we were both wrong on it. It's not Joe Pesci. It's Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, that's even worse. That's why I hated it so
you
much.
You hate Dan Aykroyd as an actor? You
I
didn't like
I like him.
Coneheads?
I like him. No, I fucking hated Coneheads. All of them. Everything about it. Hated it. Those are -3s for sure. No bullshit.
I give him a 1.
I have no clause. That's what the fuck they get.
Yo, I give him a 1. Coneheads
Nah,
is some funny
son.
shit.
No,
Yeah,
bro.
some funny
Coneheads
shit.
was horrible.
Pesto, you like
Horrible.
Coneheads?
No,
I don't like Coneheads, but it's not
It's not
know.
-3. Come on.
not
son.
-3. It's
I give it a 1.
know.
Come on. It's not terrible.
I have
Yeah.
no clause.
I would probably give that movie a 1 too. It's been so long.
Yo,
since
y'all
I've seen it.
motherfuckers is tripping. Them movies were horrible. The only reason they were even
It
made
ain't
in
no
the
worse.
movies
It
is
ain't no
they were
worse than the
horrible
Brady
Saturday
Bunch
Live
movies.
skits.
It ain't no worse than the Brady Bunch
Okay.
movies.
That's not saying anything. Those get 0s too.
Yeah.
You are harsh on motherfucking movies.
Oh,
They
I'm super hard.
entertain me. They
This is gonna
entertain
be
me.
fun.
I give them
This
a
is gonna be
once.
fun.
I give them once. But anyway,
Okay,
okay.
that's my
So
one to those movies.
I see. I see. You hate it. You must hate Dan Aykroyd as an actor.
Yo, I think he's horrible. I like him better after his acting career when he's become someone who makes those glass skulls and he's into aliens and weed and shit. Nah, fuck with Dan Aykroyd and Ghostbusters and maybe a few other movies. But
I mean,
Coneheads,
Ghostbusters
bro?
classic. Ghostbusters classic.
I mean, of course, Ghostbusters. I mean, but Coneheads, bro.
I give it a 1. There's some funny parts in Coneheads, bro. Just like
And he's
Selby
not
Pride.
as cool as Joe Pesci.
No, and I'm glad it wasn't Joe Pesci. I'm sorry, Mr. Pesci. If you ever see this, I apologize. Because
Hey, you're fucking up our chance to get Joe Pesci featured.
yeah, no, he would actually come on here to be like, "You motherfuckers, I didn't love that goddamn movie."
We got to get him on a track, bro.
You motherfucker, you.
Yeah, I got a verse for Joe Pesci for sure.
Yeah, pull him out of retirement. Get him back on the. Get him back on a verse, bro.
So speaking of little people, Joe Pesci. No, I'm playing. So
he ain't that little.
he's not. I just play it. But we was gonna talk about that. What, did y'all get to that already?
No, we were waiting for you.
Okay. The next topic was the best little person in a movie, and we had a debate in the chat. And we have to say this off top for our homeboy Urban Legend. The Minions don't count. Right? The Minions are like a fucking army of like 1 million of the motherfuckers. They got like 12 movies. We are not including Minions. And the people if you want to debate in the comments, please feel free to do so. So who's y'all favorite little persons in movies?
Me. So for me, it's a tie. It's either between Tony Cox or Peter Dinklage from The Elf. Also, Game of Thrones.
You have to explain. Game of Thrones. Yeah. That's Peter Dinklage, right?
Yeah, the same guy from the Elf movie.
But who's and then who's Tony?
And
Cox?
then Tony Cox, he's in Mad
Mr.
movies.
Parker?
It's Mr. Parker. It's also
Bad Santa.
Right?
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Bad Santa.
That's what I was thinking.
Bad Santa.
Yeah. Bad Santa. Yeah.
Those are my two favorite. If I have to narrow it down to one, I'd honestly, since I've seen the entire Game of Thrones shit, I would probably say Peter Dinklage is probably a better little person actor to me. Tony Cox though has iconic roles.
Yeah.
Tony Cox has iconic roles, but and his roles are believable, but I think like as far as like overall acting, I would say Peter Dinklage is probably better.
You know what? I can tell since we had the conversation in the chat, your motherfucking ass has researched this because that's the number one perfect character. Actually. You son of a bitch.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the actor's name that plays Mini-Me in Austin Powers, but I love the Mini-Me.
Vern Troyer. Yeah.
So I love his character, but what else did he do?
No, that's what I was gonna say is there's difference between funniest, right, and then the best. Peter Dinklage actually takes the cake. Now that you say that, in terms of actors, he 100% wins.
I have a different
funniest.
He's got someone else.
Okay, run it then, Pesto.
Dinklage is absolutely like one or two for me, but not one. Yeah. Number one for me has got to be Danny Woodburn from Seinfeld, man.
Oh shit! I forgot about him with the glasses and shit. He was a little George, right?
No, he's Kramer's boy. He's the one that's always coming up with the schemes with Kramer.
Even better.
Mickey, yeah. That dude is a fucking hilarious, bro.
I forgot all about that.
But has he only been in that? What else has he been in? Has he been in anything?
See, that's the only thing that like might hold him back is that like I don't remember seeing him in any other like flicks or anything. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what happened to him or if he's involved in other stuff. But like, man, he was always then like because I did just do some research. I was like, man, I gotta make sure I'm not forgetting anybody, man. And he was like the one that was like, I knew I would have been forgetting somebody. That motherfucker is absolutely the top of my list.
I totally forgot about both of you guys' answers. Okay. But I think y'all know my answer from the chat we had. It's Wang Wang, man. If anybody out here want to go look up a movie, it's from India. It's WENG 3.5. Wang Wang 3.5. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, for your height only. Yo, that's it. Is do some little bit of shrooms, smoke your weed, sip some drink, grab your girl, sit on the couch, and laugh your ass off. That midget is James Bond, and he's literally 3.5 feet. People aren't gonna get this shit until they go watch it. So this is gonna get missed. And then 10 years from now, people are gonna be like, yo, that nigga was a genius.
Hey,
I'm telling you, yo.
Hey, but is there any little women actors that would ever stand out? I can't think of any.
No, you know why? Because they probably all get sexualized. So we're like, ugh, you know? And I'm just being honest. I'm not saying that as like
I can't think of any from any
people
movie.
look at that. I can't either. There's the one Bridget the Mid. No, it's a porn shit.
That's a porn, bitch.
I don't even know who she is. The funny thing is, I don't even watch that shit. I just heard the name. Shout out to Urban.
Yo, hey, I got Bridget the Midget lines and songs, son.
No, the funny thing is, I just heard the name, so I was just thinking I thought that was an actual
But
actress.
I've never watched Bridget the Midget porns though.
I don't watch. Come on, son. Y'all watch regular porn. They're just playing with themselves, you know. Not midget porn. Not fat bitch porn.
I don't do it either.
I mean, I'm not shaming nobody. Do what you do. I mean, but never watched midget porn. I just heard the name. It came off. I'm high. All right. Yeah. Y'all should say something so I ain't sitting here rambling on and getting myself more of a hole. You sons of
I don't know. I think it's pretty funny that you're like, has he or hasn't he? Like,
see, haven't.
Well, we all know.
No, wait a second. Anybody who watches any of our podcast videos, knows our songs, know who the fuck I am. I would tell you if I watch midget porn, and I don't.
That is fair. You would be.
You know, I'm straight honest. I'll tell you the porn I watch. It's regular. It's regular.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, midget porn is a little weird.
Same with, this is a different type of movie podcast now. But
but
I'm gonna say this.
But that all branched off from the idea that I can't personally think of any female little person that is.
I just said midget. I've said midget a lot.
I can't think of one.
Boycott us, whatever.
Pesto, you know any off top? I can't think of one.
No, I honestly
can't think of one, bro.
There was that chick in Total Recall, but like I don't think she's around anymore.
Oh,
was there a midget now?
There was. She was the chick in the bar that they were at.
Right before you saw the girl with 3 breasts?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
I was 12. The 3 breasts freaked me out.
We are talking about the classic Total Recall, not the reboot piece of shit.
So they didn't sexualize that little person, but they immediately brought in like, all right. Yeah, they had to over-sexualize the next person by throwing in a third tit.
And she got shot in the titty, son. Come on. What the fuck?
Yes. Yo, by the way,
shot in the third titty, man.
By the way, we got to start at some point for future episodes and listeners. This is the first episode, so we're going to keep building on what we do. And we'll take your suggestions as well. But I think we got to start doing like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies for one episode. Sylvester Stallone movies. Nicolas Cage. Like take it actor by actor and then start talking about their movies. That might be a good thing for the future.
Yeah. That would be.
I like it.
Because Total Recall, both Terminators. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I just watched Twins with my girl. She'd never seen Twins before. Oh. Speaking of which, actually, does he technically
Ram don't like twins.
Come on, man.
Wait a second. Fucking Danny DeVito.
Yeah, bro, he's a midget.
Danny DeVito.
4'10". Yeah.
Y'all like twins to this day.
No, I'm talking about Danny DeVito as a little person actor is what I'm talking about.
He's a little person anyway.
Yeah,
he might win. He might win.
But he's cold.
He wins.
He's
Oh,
cold.
Yeah, he wins.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage is a turd compared to him.
Yeah,
No, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said that.
He's not. He's not a turd. He's not a turd.
He's great, but man, Danny DeVito is.
You
So
know,
Danny
he
DeVito wins.
Danny
He wins.
DeVito
He's
DeVito,
technically
wins.
a midget.
Classic.
He wins.
classy.
Yeah.
Him and he wins.
Okay, so
Danny
the
Danny DeVito for the little
reason,
people.
Ram, the reason that I like Twins to this day, you will probably appreciate, even if you don't like the movie. It's just that conceptually, at some fucking point, somebody had to approach Danny DeVito and go, "We got this movie. We have these two twins, right? And one of them got all the bad genes, and we think you'd be fucking perfect for that role."
He had to actually agree to do that.
Yeah, he had to agree to be the dude who was the sum of just all the shit.
Fair enough. But do you think he agreed with it first, or when he found out the other person was Arnold Schwarzenegger? I think he heard Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was like, I mean, the motherfucker that just did Terminator twice. Yeah,
Maybe. Either way, I don't care. And like I did just watch this movie like probably a month ago because my girlfriend had never seen it before.
So you've been tainted. I get it.
I've seen it recently and I've seen it a long time ago, bro. And the one thing I will say that was really funny about that movie is like, man, they have you trying to believe that Danny DeVito is like pulling women and shit like that, and he's like Studley. Like, God damn it,
Bro,
dude, that
he
shit.
he pulls women in every movie though. That's the thing.
I know, but that shit had me dying, bro. He's like Mac Daddy in that movie, and he was
technically
feeling
Rhea Perlman's
himself.
a midget. Technically Rhea Perlman's a midget. Carla from Cheers.
Is she?
He pulled her for 40 years. They would have done it for like 30 years.
Wait, she's a midget? I don't think so. She's not.
They're the same. They're the same
she
height.
is-
They're the
she's
same
not-
height. And
She's
they were
5
married.
foot. She's 5 foot. He's 4'10".
What's a midget?
Underneath five.
Under
five.
So she's just made the cut.
So he
Wait,
pulled a
wait a
good
second.
one.
Hold on. Wait. What is Danny DeVito? Danny DeVito's 4'10"?
I don't think he's 4'10", bro.
He is.
I think they gave him 2 inches. No, I think they gave him 2 inches like a basketball player. Like they gave Charles Barkley when he was 6'6", when he was actually 6'4".
Because Peter Dinklage is 4'5". 4'5".
Can you imagine being 4'5"?
Dinklage is even shorter.
I would hate it. I would hate every part of it.
But DeVito's 4'10".
You'd be a good pussy eater, though. I'll tell you, I got that one.
You have to be, bro. You living down there.
I mean, Candace Parker's your dream chick, right?
Y'all bust out the step ladder, bro.
I'm a respect due to the gorgeous Candace Parker. I love Candace Parker. I'm really in the crowd, a crush on her. I'm not even playing, but she's a lesbian, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, Denku looks like he's mortified at the things I'm saying. So, yeah. So I think next episode, what should we do? Maybe we should take some. Hey, we're gonna take fan suggestions. Number one. We had a black movie subject that we wanted to do, but honestly, I think we should do the
Wu-Tang is the one thing that we should definitely look into.
Wu-Tang, a certain director or a certain actor, and break that down. That's what I think. That's what I mean. And I'm talking out my ass now because it's the end of the shit, sort of. And so I'm just kind of talking, and the fans too. They might have some input. Like Spike Lee in general would be a good one for the next one. Right? That goes all over the place. Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever. What's the new one that he did? He did a new one. Anyway, there's a lot. I mean, it's obviously there's a lot. So yeah, I don't know.
And we're obviously talking to Chad about the movies we're gonna go with.
Of course, we'll figure that out. I'm just saying this out loud now because it'll give some people shit that they might be like, yo, do this, do that. And we might be like,
right. I think we play it by ear. Like if we get a lot of suggestions and we get some good ones and we get some depth, we absolutely should run with it and will run with it. If people don't say shit and don't say nothing, then you're going to get, some more weird
whatever
shit.
Whatever we want to do.
Yeah, from our fucking
like Jim Carrey movies would be a good one, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Pesto, I think you might want to do The Mask.
No, I mean, I would cable guy, bro.
Come on now.
That's his third one. That's his third one. That was his third one of the night. His third one.
That was funny.
I love The Mask though.
Oh, I
The
love that
Mask
movie
is
too.
great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially with a thick ass Cameron Diaz. What we talking about? Preview to the next episode.
That's
That whole era
that's
of
the
Jim
only
Carrey
that's the only
was
movie she was
fire.
tied in to me.
Yo, you're crazy. But
No,
yo,
no, I'm not.
We're
I'm
not
dead
gonna
serious.
have that conversation. Cameron Diaz is a bad motherfucker. We're not gonna talk about that.
In
Back-
The Mask, she is. That's it for me. That's it for me, bro. I don't like Charlie's Angels. Trash. Hell no. You can do the
Charlie's
face.
Angels does suck.
You can do the face. I don't care about the face.
I don't
man.
give a fuck about the movie. I'm talking about how good she looked. Y'all tripping,
You don't
bro.
even, she don't even look good in that shit. This is what I'm saying. You obviously have a thing for Cameron Diaz, and I'm telling you right now, the only movie she was tight in is The Mask.
I don't have a thing for her, but it's not the only movie that she looked good.
It is.
That's crazy.
It
If you
is to
said
me.
Monster, I'd be like, yeah, all right.
It is to me only movie.
Well, on a future episode of Pick Apart the Flick, we'll be talking Cameron Diaz and whether she looks good in movies or not. Here's the thing.
I mean,
That doesn't matter. Jim Carrey movies, Spike Lee movies, those are two good ass fucking topics for any next podcast we do.
It is. Yeah.
Jim Carrey movies is fire too, because 23 might be the best one.
I love 23. People sleep on it. I love that.
Yo, like a motherfucker, they sleep on that movie.
I love it.
And then Ace Ventura 1 is the best one. I mean, that's
and see, but
that's
and that's
number
the
one.
thing. That's the thing that makes Jim Carrey so cold is he can technically do any role.
He got both, man.
He can do
Cable
any
guy,
role.
man.
He's cold.
What's that one? Of A Darkness Mind? What?
Eternal Sunshine.
Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eternal
Sunshine.
Of A Spotless Mind.
That movie's crazy.
The Truman Show, man.
Truman
Yo, we
Show
could
is
do
crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
me, Truman Show, yeah. And then we got Robin Williams. That's
Robin
before
Williams is a
episodes. Robin Williams might be 4 episodes.
Yeah,
he's
Robin
the
Williams.
shit.
Robin Williams has some class.
I mean, What Dreams May Come, Good Will Hunting, his stand-up. I mean, that goes everywhere.
His stand-up
but,
is crazy too. Yeah.
Yo, it's that Robin
Oh, yeah.
Williams live back in 2004. I think it was 2005, 6, something like that. Yo, fire. Anyway, I'm glad we got to get a little ramble on at the end of this.
But yeah,
So
this
we
has
got
been- this has been,
our best little person. Our best little person is Danny DeVito.
Yeah, dude, Danny DeVito coming through and stealing it at the
Yo,
end, bro. And it was because we almost forgot
I
about
like
it.
Peter Dinklage though.
I do like Peter Dinklage. And
I
you
do
know what's-
too. No
what's
disrespect.
I actually looked up the list of the movies that Peter Dinklage is in. There's actually a lot of
Oh,
movies
shit.
that I
Oh,
forgot
shit.
about because he's
Oh
actually
shit.
in.
Willow. Is he he's not Willow, is he?
No, but
Hey, but Willow was a good one. Don't sleep on Willow.
yeah, but that's all. But all he did was
Willow
that,
scared the
and he
fuck out of
played,
me.
and he played he played the weird teacher in Harry Potter, but nobody even knew it was him.
I've never seen any Harry Potters. That's gonna be interesting for this podcast, by the way.
Oh shit,
Oh shit, we lost Pesto?
we did. I mean,
No, it's all right.
we're getting close to the end anyway. But
Yeah, we're done. Pretty
but
much.
yes, so yeah, I guess Danny DeVito
Kinda wins.
overall,
Yeah.
but Peter
No,
Dinklage.
but no, run that Peter Dinklage list though. I want to hear that shit.
Oh, you want to hear it?
Yeah, yeah.
it's- So obviously the whole Game of Thrones series, right?
Right, which is
Um,
it might win on its own, to be honest.
And he was crazy in that whole shit. But then
Yeah.
he was in he was Elf, obviously he was the dude. But he was actually in he's been in multiple Marvel movies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was in Avengers Infinity War. He's in Thor Love and Thunder. He's actually
Do you remember him from any of these?
So he plays. I feel like I do. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me double check what he plays. I'm pretty sure.
You'd have to see it again or something, right?
Yeah, I would. But hold on. Let me just double check if I can. Yeah, it doesn't say his actual character name, but I thought I remember seeing him in those movies. There's actually one movie, and I can't think of the name of it, and I was trying to find it, but he plays like a high-level pinball player. Have you ever seen that? Dog, it's so funny. He like stands on a stool and shit. It's fucking.
I was gonna say. How does he reach the pinball machine? That was my next question.
Bro, he stands on a stool. It's fucking.
Oh
funny.
Okay, I think he had to. I think he had to go. He just sent a message.
I mean,
Pestilence,
it also said that he was in Hunger Games.
and I've never seen those either. My daughter read the books. I've never seen them. No, I know what they're about, but But so we got that. So it's a tie between Peter Dinklage and Danny and excuse me what
Danny
am I
DeVito.
saying? Danny DeVito. And well, you know what? People in the comments, if you see this episode, let us know what you think. That's actually
Tony
a very
Cox too. Tony Cox is cold. He has iconic roles.
100%. 100%. Yep. And then we got 0.33 stars or claws, 0.33 claws
Teen Wolf.
on Teen Wolf, the movie, which is the third installment, technically fourth with the series of In Teen Wolf. And then the Jerk. The Jerk is the winner tonight.
I guess the Jerk with our totals added up, it would probably come in at a 4.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be a 4, right? 4.25 maybe. But either way, yeah. But successful episode. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. This is CyphaDen music. We just having some fun doing Pick Apart the Flick. Check out Pick Apart the Passion, Pick Apart the Joke. Live from the Den podcast. CyphaDen music. Taiyamo Denku, Pestilence, Urban Legend, Bofat, myself, Rambunxious, DJ Toxic. We all in this bitch.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and leave it at that.
We'll catch y'all next time.
My man.
Peace.
All right. Peace.